Hello folks, welcome to IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty, Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be discussing today? US government shutdown of 2025. What are the causes? What will be the impacts? And what are the previous lessons we will be learning through this? Now, if you're someone who likes national news, international news, local news, international geopolitical perspectives, then subscribe to IAS Academy so as to get deep insights into these topics. Now, let's start this. See, as of now, today is Tuesday, September 30th by midnight. If a deal is not struck in USA, then US government will be in the brink of a shutdown. Now this is coming at a period of time when there is already too much uncertainty. Now in the course of the video we will be discussing as to what is this shutdown, why is this happening, has it happened before. To answer the first question, government shutdown. See, as of when they reach the end of a fiscal year, a new fiscal year begins. Now all the scenario that we are speaking about is from US perspective. October 1st onwards, a new fiscal year starts for them. So by September 30th, they usually pass the bills. 12 bills are bundled together into omnibus and they are passed so as to how they will continue. The federal, that is your government, will continue for the remaining days. So basically budget allocation for the departments, federal departments. Your Congress has failed to appropriate these bills, or Congress has failed to pass this omnibus of 12 bills which deals with the government spending. Simpler, since government wants to spend, right? Now on what it wants to spend, understanding, that is where the issue has come up. Meaning what? See, once your US government will face a shutdown, this will have huge implications. It will be political, it will be economic as well as administrative. What those are also we will be seeing. As of now, the fiscal year for USA ends today, September 30th midnight. October 1st, the new fiscal year is starting. 12 annual appropriation bills had to be passed by Congress, which is now both kind of held by your Republicans, but still your Democrats have enough leverage to pull back a vote. One topic on which they are not able to agree and why they are not able to pass is with regarding to your affordable healthcare bill, which your Democrats are telling it has to be mandatorily passed in the appropriation bill. Whereas your Republicans are telling no, let's consider that as a separate topic, let's not leave it or include it here. What that is in just a little bit detail, I'll explain further. See, if you see, is this concept of government shutdown new? No, it has happened. Almost more than 20-30 shutdowns have happened from almost 1980s. This is not new. But this year has a very unique stance. Unique stance meaning, there is a clear clash between the Republican leader and US President Donald Trump and the Democrats over the healthcare subsidies which are given under Affordable Care Act. So there is something called as Affordable Care Act wherein it will reduce the premiums or the insurance which will be bared by the people. So somewhere it is about providing affordable healthcare. Your Democrats want to make that a permanent one, because these subsidies from which the government is giving for the people would affect 24 million Americans. That is also about to end. These people are telling, no, let's make the subsidies permanent from the government side, otherwise people will suffer. The Republicans are telling, especially the Vice President J.D. Vance also, see, we all thought that the Republicans view that yes, we can consider and debate about this, but separately, not as a part of this. Understanding? So, if you see, in the center of this government shutdown lies one major issue: healthcare versus budget politics. Understanding? Republicans are telling, no, we'll not discuss this as a part of this. Let's take that separate discussion. Now, if you see how much, what is that budget or the amount, the 12 annual bills that we are speaking about, it contributes to around $1.7 trillion, which makes for almost 25% of your US budget. This is a discretionary spending that Democrats feel that it should be on healthcare. Now, if it is only 25% of the funding, this 1.7 trillion, then remaining of the budget, where is it going? It goes to your entitlements. Entitlements means your social security, Medicaid, okay, medical care, and also debt interest that your US has to pay, which now as of today stands at $37.5 trillion. So there's more than your shutdowns, government shutdowns have happened in the past. One of the worst shutdowns was the one that happened in 2018-2019, which was also the very first term of Donald Trump, wherein the shutdown went for 35 days. Understanding? Now, what is this shutdown? If you see, if government departments don't have money to operate as in the staff who will come in, you have to pay them, right? So, if you don't pay them, how will they be working? This is where the shutdown comes. Now, let's take this is a federal department. So, in simpler words, central government department, take it like that. Federal departments will now see the staff and segregate them, or see the departments pay the importance and segregate them as essential and non-essential staff. Essential means your military, TSA, air traffic controllers, federal law enforcement, hospitals, all of these falls under essential, which means all the staff working under the federal government, under these departments, have to compulsorily come and work without pay. Understand this? Come and work without pay. Then there are other staffs considered as non-essential staffs. This is where the majority of federal staff, wherein it is more like a temporary unpaid leave. Understanding? According to a 2019 Act of your USA, it said once you come back, we will give that back pay also. So, technically the non-essential staff will be in temporary unpaid leave. I told you this year is unique. This year is unique. Why? Because it's Donald Trump that we are talking about. He has threatened for permanent layoffs. What I mentioned as your non-essential staffers will be given a temporary furloughs or temporary unpaid leave. If you do this, then we will make sure that that will become a permanent layoff. So there is huge amount of stress among the people. What could possibly happen if this shutdown happens? Air travel. Yes, your air traffic control will be there, but the staff will be less, which means possible delays are there. Second thing is with respect to national parks, especially when it happened in 2018-2019, there was a huge chaos. Some national parks were open but with very limited staffs and very limited services, which led to vandalism, delayed services, and federal courts and small business grants can be either halted or slowed. Your other things such as your social security payments will continue, understanding, but new enrollments will be delayed. Your postal service will remain unaffected because it is self-funded. And the Trump administration is also hinting at possible permanent layoffs to a larger extent. Now, why are they going? Your Democrats and Republicans, why are they voluntarily entering into your shutdown of government? See, everything has to deal with your one important thing that is going to happen is your midterm elections that is happening in 2026. Your Democrats and Republicans both are eyeing on that. Whichever party loses or gets the blame, their party, it will get affected in the election. Both are eyeing, Republicans and Democrats both are eyeing for your midterm 2026 elections. At this point of time, Democrats are still defending your ACA subsidies, Affordable Care Act, medical subsidies, to make sure that they have energized their base. Now, what will your Republicans tell? Before that, if you're someone who wants to kickstart your UPSC civil service preparation, look no further, you have found the right spot with Lexi IAS Academy. Why? We keep our batch size strictly at 40 member per limit so as to provide you personalized, individualized guidance and attention. We also provide one-on-one mentorship, easy access to educators, and also we offer daily mains answer writing, prelims, mock test series, interview mock test panels. We also conduct our classes in both offline as well as online mode. For those of you who are working professionals or students, you can avail our classes which are conducted in the weekends. For more information, you can contact the number given below, or you can check out the Legacy IAS Academy website. To see how the classes are, you can schedule a demo class either in the offline or online medium. Alright. Now coming back to the topic. What are the Republicans telling? Republicans are accusing the Democrats as they are keeping this government shutdown as a hostage plan to make sure that they pass that ACA. So in real sense, one on the other is just blaming each other for the shutdown. What is a possible risk that can happen? See, any party that gets blamed will be the one who will suffer in the elections. And also Vice President J.D. Vance has outright held that we are possibly going to go through a shutdown. Understanding? And alongside this, the senators are also making and commenting that it would become difficult for either of them to lose grounds now. What are the lessons that we learned from past shutdowns? Your 2013 shutdown, where the government shutdown, this has become almost a very happening incident, your shutdowns. But again, with Donald Trump, now the way or things will operate will become a little bit different with the threatening of layoffs. Entire parks were closed, your public anger was higher. The 2018-19 shutdown, again it hit the economy harder. Once if this shutdown starts, it will create a ripple effect in US economy, meaning what? Tourism will be reduced, your small business contracts will be less, the people will have very less money to spend, understanding. And also look at the period of time in the year. We're reaching Christmas, your October, November, whatever if it proceeds, and especially in the current geopolitical scenario, the public services will get affected. So why this shutdown is different? Again, Trump has outright held that he has little interest in compromise. He's outright going into head-on-head with the Democrats. And the Democrats are also refusing to separate your healthcare from funding. So this point of time, Trump is trying to seek to more of reshape the federal workforce. How? By threatening them with permanent layoffs. And Democrats are defending your ACA Affordable Care Act as a social justice measure. So in conclusion, if no deal is stricken by midnight as of September 30th, then US government may face a partial government shutdown. And also millions of people will be affected because this would lead to a lot of uncertainty, your unpaid leaves, and with the threats and fears of having permanent layoffs. If at all anything, shutdowns will teach us. In governance, compromise is always better than confrontations. Understanding? With this, we come to the end of the video. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.